outside filling up the compost, and as you can see, we just take these large mason jars and fill them up with our food scraps throughout the week, coffee grounds, things like that, and then we do the lasagna method. So let me show you. I've got one here that's going. It's kind of tipped over. I actually came out to fix it, but it's just got food scraps, animal bedding, leaves, grass clippings, everything like that, and we just fill it up to the top in these little wire cages and let it sit. So we put pretty much everything in here, from tea bags to banana peels, even onions and citrus. You can see there's carrots, there's broccoli, coffee grounds, bread, eggshells, everything. Just gonna cover the rest of this up with either chicken manure or manure from the goats. So I'm not gonna clean out all of it. I'm just gonna get the big humps of poop. And in the winter, we use hay and pine shavings, just so that way it helps with the compost, because hay is more of a green, as where the pine shavings are more of a brown. You need a mix of both green and brown. You don't really need manure to compost. You don't really need food scraps to compost. You could just do your lawn trimmings and things like that, and you would still get compost. We just use the manure because it helps add nutrients to our compost when we add it to the garden. So our chickens usually sleep under these two roosting bars in front of this window here, so that's why I'm just scooping up over here. I'm not going to take a ton. I'm just going to take what I can fit in this bucket, and then I'm going to grab some of the shavings that are over here and some of the hay that's over here and straw, and I'm going to move it over here. That way we can scoop it up next time. All right, and we're ready to go back to the compost. Come on, buddy. While I'm outside, I wanted to do a quick goat update, but it might be a little difficult now that we have geese. So last spring we got 3 geese. We brought home 2 brown Chinese geese and 1 white Chinese goose. They are very sweet. We named them Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles. We're not sure if any of them are male or female. So the names might change as we figure it out and as they start laying this coming spring. They're very loud, but they are very sweet and very curious. My daughter's gonna come in and help because the geese really like her. So she's gonna go try and play with them while I show you guys the goats. At the end of last spring, we brought in this beautiful little boy. His name is Fred, and his mama. Unfortunately, we did not know at the time of purchasing them that the mom was extremely sick. Thankfully, he was old enough to be weaned, and he is adorable. However, he is much too small to breed the girls, so in the fall, we had to add another buck. We are definitely going to be keeping Fred, and he will breed the girls next season. So in the fall, we picked up a new buck. We raise Alpines for both meat and dairy, and they are a great multi-purpose breed. This is our new buck. His name is Birthday, and he is very sweet. We picked him up in the fall. The girls go into heat usually in October and will come out in January if not bred. If they are bred, obviously, we expect to have babies around the end of February, beginning of March. Sometimes if they're not bred the first month, we'll have to wait an extra month for babies, but he's a very good boy, and I'm pretty sure he did his job, which means shortly we're going to be separating him in with Fred to keep him away from the ladies. My husband's currently getting them some treats, so they're standing here in the corner. This is Mary Jane and this is Valentine, and I am pretty sure that they are both bred. They're looking a little chunky, but if you've been here a while, you know Mary Jane always looks chunky. She's getting a little thicker. They do get so fluffy in the winter when it gets cold, but they are the sweetest. Mary Jane gives me about a gallon a day from one milking a day, and that was the past couple years. So this year I think I'm gonna try milking her morning and night. Valentine has not had any babies yet. She is 2.5 years old, so this will be her first kidding. Like I said, my husband was cutting them down some snacks because they really like pine, plus it's good for them. So he grabbed them a couple branches and they're gonna snack on this. As it gets closer, I will be out here regularly showing you guys signs that mean that they are close to kidding, as well as hopefully recording every day like I did a few years ago. That way we get the kidding on camera. Unfortunately, this year I am not exactly sure of when either of them was bred, so it's going to be kind of a guessing game figuring out when we're gonna have babies. And don't worry, he didn't forget about Fred. One last thing before we go in, I am going to check and see if we got any eggs. We have been getting eggs recently, the past 3 days. No eggs yet, but hopefully soon. It's rare that we get snow, but headed inside, it just started snowing.